Hello folks and welcome to this tropical system short summary. We are going to be looking over 1991's Typhoon Mireille. This is also known in the Philippines as 1991's Typhoon Rosing. Starting off on the 13th of September is when the system first formed and became a tropical storm equivalent strength by the 15th and would become a typhoon just 12 hours after that. So the waters in the Pacific doing their usual thing out here. This thing peaked by the 22nd of September, reaching 10-minute wind speeds, sustained wind speeds of 115 miles per hour, 1 minute sustained of 150, and a minimum pressure of 925 millibars. Mireille maintains this peak for more than 30 hours before decreasing in strength, landfalling on Kyushu on around the 24th, landfalling on Hokkaido Island on the 27th, and would then start to really accelerate, meander around for a little bit in the Aleutian Islands before last being noted even just on the 4th of October. This was the strongest landfall in Japan's history since 1961's Nancy, which landfell at around, was it 115 miles per hour as well. Mireille would cause 68 deaths and nearly 3,000 injuries and $10 billion in damage. 41 out of the 47 provinces in Japan saw damage, where a total of 670,000 homes were damaged. This was particularly due to the fact that the east quadrant of the storm passed over Japan. As we see it on the track, it went westward of Japan, so the east quadrant affected the islands. The east quadrant, especially in the northern hemisphere, is where the strongest winds are in a storm. It's essentially going with the flow of the storm in this case. So that would not be good, as we can tell here. Mireille was the third storm to hit Japan within just 2 weeks as well at the time. This was the costliest typhoon ever seen in the West Pacific Basin and is only the second costliest, even with inflation. This is the costliest non-Atlantic tropical system and had the lowest inland pressure since 1971's Typhoon Trix. This thing had a inland pressure of 940 millibars. Trix had a minimum of 915, and it was a Category 3, which is actually pretty interesting there. This thing was actually very heavily influenced by Typhoon Nat, a track that we can see here that had a very erratic 2 weeks. As you can see, some very interesting things going on there, possibly causing some of its strengthening as well. Mireille is now a JTWC retired name, and that, folks, is all that I have for Typhoon Mireille. A very interesting storm with some records to its name. I hope that you all learned something from this video. I certainly did while researching. I hope to see you all on the next one. Thank you all so much for watching.